content of this video may include discussion on animal cruelty and material which may be considered either offensive or disturbing to audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey there guys, this is Leeway Previs, welcome to Vent, and I'm back on the brown couch again. Alright, now before I start today's Vent episode, I'm going to announce a nice little competition, and it actually has everything to do with this video. Alright, each of the articles is linked in a 6 degrees of separation type of way. Now what I want you to do is to figure out how each pair of articles is linked. Sorry, how each article is linked to the next. Now, I haven't come up with a prize just yet, but I will announce what the prize is either in a video response and as a comment. Sorry, an annotation. So make sure that you have annotations turned on. Although you should have them on anyhow when you're viewing Vent videos. Okay, let's start the show. Alright, the first article I actually want to talk about is one which I'm very, very pissed off about. LiveLeak has actually released a video of a girl throwing live puppies into a river. Now, I've actually included a link down in the links bar below, and there's a lot of people actually looking for them, including people on 4chan. However, I don't think it's just the girl that should be investigated. I mean, if you have a look at the video, you see that the guy is actually up close and taping all this. And the first thing that you got to wonder is, what type of person would want to film this? So I'm going to bring this out to everyone. If you know who the girl is, or who the cameraman may be, make sure you report them to authorities. I should note this is in America. I don't know which state, but if you know who it is, report them, because this is animal cruelty at its coldest. Alright, our next article involves the ever great Westboro Church. And yes, they're back in the news again. They've actually come out and said that anti-bullying policies are a gay conspiracy. Now, as anyone can tell, they're really, really up. It does not take a brainiac to figure that out. And say that anti-bullying policies are a gay conspiracy is like saying that, well, it's like saying the moon's made of cheese. Mind you, I really do find it funny because apparently a subgroup of Westboro Church called Focus on the Family has actually written this, and this is actually by their founder. They've actually said that they're advocating, I should say, that the father should take his son with him into the shower, where the boy cannot help but notice that dad has a penis just like his, only bigger. Now I know that's the last sentence, but what? The third one actually comes from the European country of Turkey, and it involves a group. I'd be guessing that they're theological researchers. I'm not entirely certain, but apparently they're debating yet again the way Christ died, namely what he died on. Okay, and they actually think that he may have died on a simple steak. It's been debated for centuries how Christ died, and there's four things in which he could have been hung up on. He could have been hung up on a single steak, known as a cruce simplex. He could have also been hung up on the Latin cross, which is what is actually thought to be what Christ died upon. It's actually called a cruce missa, but he could have died on the cruce decassata, which is St Andrew's cross, or he could have died on a cruce commissa, which is St Anthony's cross. And it's the cruce commissa that's actually explained as being the method of death in the Epistle of Barnabas. And it is a fairly early one. It's one that actually debates how Christ was crucified. But basically, it's another bit in the entire debate. So, yeah. How he died, it's up to your translation. On that note, actually, if Christ really did die on a cruce simplex, then that would mean that the middle finger salute would become a religious epithet. And if you don't know what I mean, this is the middle finger salute. Now, as you can kind of see there, the middle finger looks like the cruce simplex, and the rest of the hand looks kind of like a hill. Fourth one comes from the United Kingdom, and a company in the United Kingdom is offering to have your ashes pressed into vinyl, which I find quite interesting, because as the line goes, and this is by the company itself, means you can live beyond the groove. Okay, that's a bad pun. But this is probably the craziest thing since someone offered to compress a person's ashes into diamond. It also means that DJs can now spin their father or mother. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? No. 10 to 1 guess he's probably doing it a bit differently to that. But who knows? I don't know, because there wasn't that much given in the article itself. So who knows? It could be could even be just vocal samples of the father, or sorry, of the deceased person. So yeah. All right. Article number 5. Australian scientists are working on creating an invisible fabric. Now, I don't mean a cloak of concealment like they do in Harry Potter and all that type of stuff. I mean Emperor's New Clothes type thing. As in fabric which will turn invisible in under a certain wavelength. Now, my 6th article. Yes, I've got a lot of content to get through. BBC has lost a court case to keep the identity of the Stig from Top Gear a secret. Apparently he's been revealed in reports as being stunt driver Ben Collins. Now, this is the second time the identity of the Stig has been revealed. The first one, the black Stig, was Perry McCarthy, and now the white Stig has been revealed as Ben Collins, and he's actually going to write that in his autobiography, which the BBC were trying to get suppressed. But yeah, apparently now it's been officially revealed by reports, and yeah, 10 to 1 guess they might have to change the colour of the Stig, and therefore the Stig himself. So who knows, we may actually get a yellow Stig, a grey Stig. I was about to say a pink Stig, but I don't think they're that quick to change it. I don't think they'd want to change the colours of that just yet. Could be a blue Stig, actually. Our 7th article comes back to Victoria in Australia, and it has a lot to do with the folk song Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree, which was written about 75 years ago, or probably a bit more than that. Apparently the principal of this Victorian school has asked for one of the words in the last line of the song to be changed from gay to fun. Now, I think that's political correctness taken to a little bit of an extreme, in honest opinion. But at the same time, he says that the reason for this is because gay gets used a lot by bullies in the school to describe certain kids. And while I can understand that, you kind of need to build this level of tolerance and actually get the kids to have an armory to come back on. I mean, if you get kids thinking gay means simply homosexual, then the kids are going to end up, I don't even need to say it, but they are going to end up with all types of things, all types of identity problems. But if you tell them that gay can also mean happy or fun, then they can turn it right back around and say, yes, I'm very happy, thank you, every time a bully calls them gay. So it's like, alright, now the last thing I want to talk about involves Tony Abbott and Australian Treasury. Namely the fact that Treasury has found a $7 to $10 billion shortfall in Abbott's costings. Now, this is despite the fact that Treasury claims that both parties, Labor and the Coalition, will bring the budget back up to surplus by 2013. Now, this was actually revealed by an independent MP, Tony Windsor, who's the member for New England, on Late Line on Wednesday the 1st. Now, sorry, Wednesday the 1st of August 2010. Now, unfortunately, what's made this even more shocking is the fact that, even more surprising is the fact that Tony Abbott has actually stood by claims that he priced them okay, and has even made the claim that Treasury assured him that his figures are correct. Now, yeah, I find that a little bit unusual, really. So, and it does sound like politics. That's the reason why I don't involve myself too much with them. But yeah, Abbott really shouldn't be saying this type of stuff when there seems to be claims to the contrary. He's got to come up with fairly solid evidence, even if he has to ask for Treasury's assurance in writing. Okay, despite the fact that I've talked about 8 things today, I've only got 3 questions. Right, firstly, do you think the girl and the camera person from the very start of this video they should be punished, obviously, but what should their punishment be? What would you want to happen to them? Secondly, do you think the Stig will be replaced again? And what colour do you think he'll be? And lastly, do you think political correctness has gone too far? Leave your responses in the comment section below. If you want to contribute anything to the show, just send me a message through YouTube's message system. Link will be in this box here. Also, have a look at all the links below. I know most of them direct to news.com.au, but there are a few that direct outside of that. And there's especially a Wikipedia article in there which goes into more detail about the debate of Jesus' crucifixion. Also, if you want to subscribe, buttons up above. My name's Leeway Previs. This is Vent, and I will see you all next time.